It's
Okay.
it's going. It's recording.
Okay. So the first thing, I should pull up the list of stuff really quick to just make sure that we touch bases on everything while we're all here. And I appreciate you guys all being here at the same time because it makes it so easy for us. All right.
1 second. If I started the broadcast, that means it's recording it, right?
It says that it's on air. You're good.
Okay.
Okay. So the first thing we're going to learn to do is, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys so you can watch everything that I'm doing. Sheree, is that not an option on a live?
You can share you should be able to.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay.
There we go.
Okay. So have you guys seen this list yet? The intern weekly to-do list that I shared as a Google Doc last week with you guys?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So every week, just so you know, probably on Fridays is when I will come in here, or Sheree will come in here and kind of update this as to like your to-do tasks for the week, the next week. And of course, like there might be stuff that we pop up that comes to us throughout the week and if something gets added to this, we'll either tag you on it so that you know, or we'll send you an email. So just FYI, if you don't know how to do it, like if you need to tag Sheree or I in something, you can hit this button right here. And if you hit like @ and then type in a name, okay, and hit assign to Sheree and hit assign, it will send her a email letting you know that you need help with this. So definitely take advantage of that, like on your forms, like Google Docs and stuff that you're doing. Like if there's questions or there's something that we need to look at, tag her or I in it so that we know exactly what you need us to look at. And then send us a message and let us know. But we'll know exactly what section that is. So we'll mark that as done though. So the first thing that we're going to learn to do is called a link up. And the reason why you do link ups as bloggers is to raise your DA score, which is a domain authority score. And it's to kind of have connections with other bloggers and to get your blog posts out there. And we'll show you how to do one of those. Every week, we will put like the posts right here that you can choose from to use for the link ups. And those will change every week. So like Allison, your link up that you're doing is on Thursdays. There's essentially a different day every week. I'm trying to find the Wednesday or the Monday link up. Okay, Jamie, we're going to do your link up because you have the Monday link up. So you'll click on this, right? And this will take you to a blog. And this is like the Mommy Moments blog. And so you don't have to read any of this, okay? But you certainly can. And what we're going to do is we want to add our post to theirs. So you're going to hit this add your link button. Okay. And then you go back. And since this is more like of a mom one, both of these are mom ones. The top one is essentially about spending one-on-one time with your kids and how to get that done. And then this one is essentially about like, it's okay to like say no to some things, you know, because your kids need you and your family needs you at home. So we'll just use that one today. I would read them before you use them, just so you have an idea of what's going on. So you would put the link up in there, right? And then you would type in the title, why it's okay to say no. It usually will pop up, okay? And it usually will pop up the picture over here is what it is. And then it will pop up with the email. You guys can use confessionsofparenting@gmail.com as the email that it goes to. And then you're going to come down here and it's going to make you pick a picture. And I would just go with the square image that it tells you and just hit select. And then, yes, you read these two things. That's great. And then hit done. And it says that it's adding the link. Okay, and so this essentially tells us that we're done. So you say, take me back to the link up. Okay, and then if you scroll down, and if we become like a featured post, that's really good because that means they liked it and it brings in more traffic to our blog. And all like a lot of things that we do are kind of like to bring more traffic in and to be recognized by more blogs. Where am I going? It's right here.
Sometimes there's rules too. Make sure like you have to comment on 2 other blogs or something like that.
So what you're going to want to do is you want to read, and you guys are going to do the same link up every week. So you want to read like this portion right here for the first time to make sure that you follow the rules. Like, yes, we can post a post, but then usually you have to read like 2 or 3 blogs. So you go in here. So okay, so you would just click on one that you find interesting, right? And then you would actually take the time. So Jamie, you'll actually go in and click on 2, right? Later today. And you don't need to sign up for anything. And then you scroll down. And then this is where, so you would read like the post and then you would put your real name. So how we do it is we always go, you're gonna put your name, okay? And then you put a line like that and then you hit Confessions of Parenting. And you can use the Confessions of Parenting email. And then you want to put our website because we actually get backlinks when you put the website. So make sure you put www.confessionsofparenting.com and then you write your comment and then you would hit submit. So it doesn't take a ton of time to do it, but it's good blogger relations. That's why we do that. So that's how you do a link up. Okay. I'm going to teach you how to do Canva. And then Cherie, are you going to teach them the rest? Oh, do you want me to teach them blog research or do you want to?
No, I don't care. Whatever you feel like doing.
Okay. While I start to do Canva, can you reshare with me the blog research paper?
Yeah, I find it really quick.
It's convenient and quick. Okay. So Canva is super fun to play with. It's how people make pins. Have any of you guys ever used Canva before?
No.
Okay, it's super fun. Like, let me just be honest. You can spend hours in here, but of course we don't want you to spend hours in here. You guys, we're gonna give you guys an hour a week to get used to Canva and start playing with stuff. But today I'm gonna show you how to make a pin. So first of all, if you're making pins for our blog, which is not what you're gonna be doing at first, you could go in here to templates for posts. And all of these are like essentially templates that we've used in the past. And you can like click on this and make a copy. Right?
Can you share your screen again? It's not showing your screen.
Sorry.
Sorry, I didn't
problem.
see either. I was sorry, I would have said something.
Okay, can you see my screen now? No?
Yeah.
You can see like all these pictures?
It's showing the Google Hangouts.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, we can see ourselves. That's about it.
All right, let me try again. Sorry. I really don't love Google Hangouts. Okay. Let's go with this one. Here we go.
Okay, go. Yep.
You see it now? Okay.
Yep.
So this is Canva. Let me go back to the beginning. This is going to be the main page when you come in to Canva. Okay. If you're going to do a template for us, it's over here in templates. And then like if you hit over here, you can make a copy of it so that you can use the same template and then go in and change it. So what we're going to do is you can click on it and then click edit. Okay. And this is a really basic template, this one right here. And you can delete the picture out, right? These are other templates that you can choose from to like try. But like if you ever use one of these, you're going to need to change it completely, like change out the colors and everything because you want it to be unique and different. So today we're going to be actually doing some research on how to tell if your child is vaping. Have you vaping? Like, so where I live, it's like this huge epidemic and it's like sweeping the nations and it's really sad. And parents can't really tell that their kids are vaping because there's not really any signs to it. So we're going to be writing a blog post this week of like kind of an informative blog post to like educate parents essentially. So what you can do is you can copy and paste this up to here because you want this title to be the same as the title on here. So then you can pick a background color over here, and that's this orangey color, right? So you can change it to whatever. But we're not going to do that yet until we're going to look for an image. So you can look for them in here, and you can like any image that says free, you can go ahead and use, or on the Intern Weekly to-do list right here, we've given you 3 resources where all those are royalty-free pictures that we can use. It's really important that you never get a picture that's not royalty-free because we could get sued for copyright issues. So make sure you're only pulling them from here or in Canva. If you find them someplace else and say, hey, this is a great picture, but I'm not sure, let us know that you're not sure so that we can go in and see if it's royalty free. So it's about kids and vaping. That guy, he looks a little old, right? She looks more younger. Okay, so what we'll do is we want her to really be kind of like the focus. So you can like make the picture, see how I just made the picture, like clicked on it and made the picture bigger to change it? Okay. Like that. And I'm not saying we're going to use this picture. I'm just showing you how to do it. And then we'll find a different background. So all of these are colors that we've made. You can make your own color right here. Like if you're like, oh, I want to maybe go with this color. Warm colors predominantly do better on Pinterest than cool colors. And so this is a little bit like very plain Jane, right? But it would work for a blog post. Let's go back over here. So
can I ask a quick question?
Of course. Ask as many questions as you guys want.
Is Canva something we need a login to get into? Can anybody use it? How does that work?
So I am going to give you our login for it because we have the business account. But if you ever needed it for school, they do have free accounts.
Okay, thank you.
So anything that I show you today has logins, and we will give those to you through email. Just to make sure, or we might even set up a Google Doc that you guys have access to with all the login information so that you guys can find it. But I just don't want to give it to you guys on here just in case.
Oh, sure. I was just wondering if it was something for free that everybody uses or if you subscribe to it.
You can totally get it for free. You know, you can totally get a free one if you wanted it on your own. But ours, we actually pay for. It's like $12 a month. So it's super reasonable for everything that it does because like we can use this for like every single like thing that we do. We can use it for like our Facebook posts, our Instagram posts, our Twitter posts. You know, they have different, if you go to design and create a new design right here, it has like a bunch of different kinds, or I can go here and go through this whole list of different size things that like I can choose from. And they have like different type of like, you know, ideas for them over here on this side that you can choose from to get started. So like, say you're like, I'm going to start with this template. So you would just click on it and see how it like pulls it over there. So, you know, maybe you're like, I'm going to use this. So then you would change this website because you always want the pins to like be, branding means like they have our name on them. So they either have our name on them or our logo on them. So you can write the name, or you can go to this folder right here and go to logos, and you can pull over our logo. Ah, sorry, that was bad. You would pull over our logo like this, and then you would just make it really small. Okay, and then you would stick it in the corner. But any of those, so if I went with this, you would obviously want to change the picture out, and then the words you would want to change. You could change the color. This writing, you'll never want to use because you can't, when you're making things, you want to make sure that you can read them on a phone. That's like the whole thing, because Pinterest, it's used as a search engine for so many people. It's a visual search engine. So I mean, think about when you guys use Pinterest. Do you guys use Pinterest at home?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like, what are you looking on? You're looking at your phone, right? You're never like on a computer. So like you could use this brusher. We've used it in the past, but you just need to make sure it's like big enough so people can actually read it on their phone.
Or just use like one word with that cursor.
Yeah. And that's what I'm going to show them right here. So right here, we're going to make another quick pin for the vaping, and I'm going to show you how to pull in a image from something else. So we're going to go 5 signs your child is vaping.
I can't hear her anymore. Can you guys hear?
Can you guys hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you guys.
Yeah,
I can. I don't know why. It just cut out for me.
Oh, okay. So this one, we're just going to call like 5 signs that your child is vaping. And we're going to come over to one of those other websites and find a picture together. So this is what this will come up as. You don't need to log in to these. You can just pull them out. And you type in kind of like the keyword that you're wanting, right? So we want like a vaping picture. So this one kind of looks like a teenager, right? So we're going to go with this one. And so you would go free download, okay? And it will download to your computer. And then you're going to go over here. You're going to go to uploads and upload an image. And then however you know, your computer does that, you would upload it right there, okay? And then you'll delete out the old picture. And once that line goes across the bottom, you can change it. So we'll just stick the picture down there for now. And I'm just kind of moving everything up out of the way to get like everything situated. Okay, so I don't really need the top of her head. So see how I can just bring that line down and cut off the top of her head? You can just go like that, because this is essentially, so the picture is really key because Pinterest will pick up the picture to match it with other things to try to read your pin. So the picture has to be pretty clear as to what you're talking about. If you're talking about like being outside, it needs to be like an outside picture. If you're talking about exercising, which we don't, but if you're talking about exercising, it needs to like be a picture of someone exercising so that when you get on there, it's like recognizing it. So this, your child is vaping, is really big. So you're just going to scroll down. This Cooper Hewitt is really good writing for like getting the point across. Okay. And see how it's in all caps? You can change it right here with this button. Okay. You can change the spacing of things here. And then you can change the height of that other line right there. Okay. And signs, we want that to really stand out. So what we're going to do is we are going to script that. This moonstone is probably one of my favorite scripty right now. And we want it to be big. enough for people to be able to see it. Okay. And like, it's just kind of a lot of adjusting. Do you guys like graphic design type stuff like this?
I do.
I haven't done a lot of it, but I do enjoy it. Yeah.
Oh, good. So we'll just move it over here and this here. You know, obviously the purple and green is not a good choice. We're going to go ahead and change that. But we're going to pretty much kind of go with, let's see if we can make this a little bit bigger. Okay. So see how it's like big enough to be readable? And we can see if we can make this bigger. And you just kind of like play around with it. So now we're like, okay, now we take a color and you can, again, pick a new color right here. Okay. And like, you just kind of start playing with it to see what's going to go well. So I think we're just going to maybe try this blue and see if this blue goes, and then it pops up here. Okay. And we're going to match it with that. Okay. So there you go. We just made a pin and we need to, I need to pick something, but then you can grab the logo. Sometimes it's a little finicky because it tries to like put it into like a picture image. So then you just grab it. And you can, sometimes you have to move things out of the way to get to it. So then we just like stick it down, usually towards the bottom in the corner. And then you put it there. Now, if you need to change the position of something, you just go over here and you can move things forward to the back. You know, if you want to align things, like we want to align that in the middle. So you just hit, you know, you can hit middle, you can hit center it, you know, however you think it looks good. And of course, my computer's stalling out as I'm trying to show this to you. Sorry.
Quick side note, when picking colors, we have all those awesome templates in there. Sometimes it's easier to pick from those templates because those colors already go together. Because I know picking colors can be overwhelming.
Yes. And to give you an idea, like in here, you know how it has other colors, and see how these four, you know, like there's summer, spa, lemonade, garden fresh. These are colors that like typically go well together. But at first, definitely maybe just play around with the templates that are already made, filling them in and just changing things around a little bit with them. And again, you can find those by going to templates for posts right here. And there's like a ton that you can choose from. But by all means, like once you're in there, maybe change the writing styles and, you know, really give it like your own fresh take. So once you've made an image and you're ready for us to look at it, you can put it in the folder ready to look at. Okay? And how you do that is, I didn't change the name of this, which I can do right here. 5 signs your child is vaping. Okay, and you can move it to the folder. That's called, where's my folder? I just made it. Right there. Okay, well anyway, in that list, if I refreshed my computer, it probably would show up. So then you would put it there. And then at that point, Cherie and I will go in and look at it. And we would probably give you some helpful feedback, either through like a video or something of that nature, so that you kind of know, hey, you know, maybe next time let's do different colors, watch this, or okay, this is a good picture, but like maybe we want to expand it more to show it, and things like that. And then once it's ready, we will upload it to the blog and go from there. So what you guys are going to be doing, you guys are going to be going through, we're going to give you a list of some other ideas of templates or that pins that you guys can make. And you guys are going to practice making them to kind of just get a hang of it. So you guys can spend about an hour this week playing in Canva, making different templates, trying it out. We can give you guys some feedback as to how that's going and things like that. And then from there, we'll just always give you kind of a list of stuff that's happening. Does anyone have any questions with making pins?
I don't think so. Forward.
What was that?
I don't have any questions. That made sense.
Oh, okay, perfect. And like, if you have questions along the way, just ask, because we are here to help you the whole time. The other thing that I will show you, Sheree, did you send that to me?
Yes.
No, that's not you.
I sent you both, like I have like a research example. You asked me to do the research, right? That's what you're asking me.
Yes.
Yes.
You resent it to me?
Yeah, I resent it to you.
Okay, let's just go and look for it. You guys can see how many windows that I get to have open all the time.
They've already seen how many I've had open, I'm sure there.
All right. Let's go with not owned by me. Okay, when you spot it, tell me.
I
I don't see it.
I don't see it. I can. Let me look. I forgot what it's even called. Hold on.
Yes, I know what it's called because it's not here.
Okay, so one of the
examples of research right here.
that one is one of them, and then there's another one that is.
Oh, this isn't it.
It's the other one. It's hold on. Let me find it. Closed
Sorry,
out.
I really am not a scatterbrain, you guys. I promise.
Blog topics to research. No, yeah, blog topics to research. Is that the one?
Nope, that's the topic list
No.
that they can choose from.
Hold on. I just
10 steps process for a blog post. Right
yes.
here.
Yes, that's what it's called.
Okay, so do you guys all have access to our blog topic list?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Okay, so that's a list of topics that we've come up with that like we think might be good. Feel free to add any topics that you think are good that relate to marriage and family and parenting to that list for us to observe and look at. And once we approve them, then you can go ahead and research them. Make sure to put them in your color, please. That way we know whose is who, so that we can make sure to talk to the person who is working on it. That's super helpful for us. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to find a blog topic on the list. And again, if you're wanting to look for your own topics, like Sheree says in this article, you can definitely do a search on Pinterest to kind of see what's trending. Or you can go to something called Google Trends and find out what's trending right now. And like I said, how we're writing on, I really swear I'm not obsessed with this, but it's just been on my mind lately, like in the last week. And if you look, there's 89 million searches on it. And within the last hour to 2 hours, and you know, look at all this that's coming across with vaping. And with some of the research I've been doing, 10% of all middle schoolers and high schoolers are already vaping. So it's a problem. So we're gonna definitely address it in a Facebook Live this week, as well as our post. So one thing that you can do when you're trying to find a topic, you can sign completely out of Google. Okay, I can't right now because it would kick us out. But if I signed myself out of Google, I usually use Google Chrome as my search engine because I'm not logged into it. So I could literally type in vaping and see how it's like vaping weed. Apparently that's becoming popular. The definition, vaping meaning, vaping person. This is what people are searching for, is this list right here, okay? So if I typed in signs of vaping right there, it's going to pop up with some things. You know, it's going to start telling me the things that are happening. And then these are the articles we're going to start reading to get, you know, some of our stuff. We're going to read, you know, those ones that were popped up first. We're going to start finding out why kids are doing it, how many kids are doing it, the signs to look for that are doing it. And that's what we're going to do. So this keyword is something, we don't actually do that as step 2. You're going to do the research as step 2. So we'll just flip-flop that. So you're going to come up with all the research. When you're researching, the best way to do that is to just open a Google Doc. Okay. And just sorry. It's been a really stressful day already. Sorry, you guys. I don't know. Okay. Let's just try that again, shall we? So just title it, whatever. We'll just call it that for now. No problem. And then just immediately share it with me, please, and Cherie. Okay. And this one I'm actually going to share with all of you guys. Because we're all going to kind of work on this one together. And then just send it to us. That way we know you're working on it, and then we can come in here and pop in and see what's happening. So we would make a sign of like, what is it? You know, because we're going to talk about that. Then we're going to make a sign of how many kids are doing it, and we'll talk about that. We're going to talk about the signs of doing it, okay? And you're going to do that research, and you're going to put it in each section. Now, when you have the sections, what you're going to do is you're going to go back to here, right? So what are the side effects? We can talk about that too. These are questions that people are asking, so we definitely want to look at that. So these are signs to look for. Great to look at, to get some ideas of what people are talking about. So we'll go here, okay? And you'll be able to read all about this. Okay, and it's talking all about different things. This is a really informative article, which is great. So say we're going to talk about something, say this part right here is important, right? So you're going to read this part, and then you're going to take this link, okay, and you're going to copy this link into the article, and then you're going to summarize what you said, what you read. Don't ever copy and paste it in, because we will change all what you put in there, but we don't want it to be copied and pasted because we want it to go through several transitions of like verbiage and wording to make sure that it's different. And we're not just going to pull information off of this. We're going to pull information off many, many sites to be able to have like a well-researched article to be informative. So that's what the research is, okay? So the next step after that is to do this keyword finder, okay? And how you do that, one of the best ways, can you see this new screen that I brought up?
I can see the Google Doc. That's what I can see.
Okay, let me share the screen with you. Sorry. When I open a new window, it is not wanting me to share everything with you. Okay, so this is me in Google Chrome, and I was trying to sign in to be able to show you guys something. Okay, so this is when I will type in vaping. Now I have a keyword finder in here, and Cherie tells you exactly how to put this. It's called Keywords Everywhere, and you can put it in Google Chrome. And I'll show you why it's important to do it. It shows us again how many searches it is, okay? it gives us those questions. And then see over here, this related keyword stuff. That is important because it shows us this comp means competition, okay? This right here is volume. This is how many people are searching for that every single month. And it will help us rate in SEO. It basically, SEO is a search engine optimization, and it's what allows people to organically search in Google. So you know how like these articles are popping up? If we want ours to pop up over here, we have to be over here, you know, looking what people are searching for. So maybe one of our headings in ours is going to be vaping versus smoking. What's the difference? Our competition is 0.16 out of 100, or out of 1, sorry. So there's like 0.84 people. So the competition's fairly low. This vaping is bad. That's low competition. These are all fairly low competitions that we'll be able to rank for. If something's like, see how it's like 0.198, we're never going to rank for that. Like this, we're never going to rank for. Health risks, we can rank for. And then we can type in over here, signs kids are vaping. And I'm just showing you guys this so that you guys can see how to find these things. Parents' Guide to Vaping, we want to include that. Signs of vaping addiction, even though it's not ranking, that might be good. So all these things are something to look for and just kind of get an eye of like words. And you're going to put those at the bottom of your research, okay? Sorry, I'm switching screens at you again. Okay, so that's how you do keywords. There's a couple other ones, but just go ahead and stick right with that Google keyword one for now. And we're not asking you to do, I'm just taking you through the whole process. We're not asking you to do these keywords yet. This is something that we're gonna show you again how to do in, you know, a couple of weeks. Once you have the research down, then we're gonna kind of expand. The next part of a blog post is to be relatable. So if you ever go to one of our blog posts, which I hope you guys have read a few of them to kind of get an understanding of how we write and things like that, because we try to keep the same tone and the same consistency with that. The relatability is kind of the story we tell at the beginning. It's that thing that connects us to the audience. So in this story, essentially what I'm gonna say is I was having my Sunday school class over just on Saturday, and they were talking about, they're 16, 17-year-olds, and they were talking about high school and things, and then all of a sudden they started talking about vaping and how it's everywhere at school, okay? It's like they're doing it in the bathrooms, and like we live in a pretty good area. Like I was in shock that this was happening, right? So I kind of used them as my audience, right? So I'm gonna basically say, hey, I was talking to a bunch of teenagers, and like my son was in there with us, and it was amazing the knowledge that they knew about this. And I was naive as a parent because I had no idea that this was even going on. And I'm gonna be relatable by saying, hey, I didn't know either, but let's be informed together. And then that's when we'll go into the research and the signs to look for and how to talk to your child and, you know, all of those things that parents need to know. So that's the relatability section. That's the story. That's what gets people hooked. After that, you guys are going to go, so we're gonna skip, just FYI for you guys, you're gonna skip this for now. Oh, Jamie's call dropped. Can you re-add her, Cherie?
Yeah, I'll re-add her right now.
Thanks. So I'm just crossing the keywords out for now because I'm not worried about you guys doing that right now, or this relatability. We're gonna do that later. So then what you can do is you can go and look for some good pictures. So we put pictures in our posts and for the pins. So you'll go to these websites and you'll search some pictures. And what you'll do is, you know, go to Pexels or whatever you choose again. I swear I'm obsessed with this. It's just what we're researching this week. So we liked this picture, so we would just copy this link, you know, into that post, into that document. And if you can find like 5 to 7 pictures that is fantastic. So you would just bring that link right into it and put it at the bottom so that we can look at it. Oh, Sheree said 3. Let's change it to 4 to 5. We'll compromise. How's that? And then, so you're going to do that. And then these things down here are all things that you guys will do later on. So this week, she just kind of takes you through the entire steps of writing a blog post. So definitely read the rest of them. But this week and for the next couple of weeks, what you guys are going to be focusing on is getting topics, okay, researching those topics, and then finding pictures and graphics. And then Sheree and I are going to be working on turning those into blog posts for the meantime until you guys get really used to that. And then we're going to start, you know, helping you guys with your relatability and your keyword searches and things like that individually, and having you guys start writing blog posts for the blogs. So that is how you go through your blog research. And I think I'm done. It's Sheree's turn to chat with us about everything going on her end.
Was it Jamie ever able to get back in? 1 second, sorry. I emailed her. Did she text you, Michelle?
Yeah, she texted you too.
Did she?
Yeah, you're the only one that can add her back in because you started it as a live.
Well, I emailed it to her and let's see. My phone, I didn't even get her text. Okay. Well, I sent it to her again. Hopefully she can get in.
Okay.
Okay,
Just go ahead.
We were going to do?
Hopefully she can catch up with us.
Okay, what was the next thing we were going to talk about?
You need to show them Hootsuite, and I have to look at the rest of the list. So start with Twitter and Hootsuite and all of that.
Okay, let me pull it up really quick. 1 second. I have to make sure I'm logged in. Sorry. Okay. Okay. All right. So Hootsuite is what we use to schedule tweets on Twitter so that we don't have to be on there constantly tweeting things. So let me see. How do you share your screen on this right here? Does that work? Maybe? Yeah. Okay. Can you see this, like the Hootsuite screen right here? Okay. All right. So Hootsuite is where we go to schedule posts for Twitter. So basically after you log in, it takes you to this page and you go over here to Publisher. And they changed some stuff on here, so I'm gonna have to. Okay, so looks like you go right here. So you go to New Post. So right now I'm just going to, yeah, we're gonna do that one. Okay, they changed this. Sorry guys, it's throwing me off. Okay, so right here is where we're gonna put our tweet. So hashtags on Twitter are pretty important. So what we do, I'm going to go to our website really quick and pick a post. We'll do a recent post right here. So I'm just going to go right here. And let's do how to spend one-on-one time with your child, because that one probably hasn't been tweeted in a little while. So I'm going to come right here and I'm going to take this, like the hyperlink right here. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go to Hootsuite. Where is the, I'm in trouble. Michelle, do you see like the shortening thing that's normally at the top? Oh, there it is, right here.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll go right here first, I guess. So you come right here, you go to add a link, and we'll just paste that hyperlink in there, and then we'll shrink it. It looks like we can do everything from right here. So I'm going to do a post. So I'm going to say,
I can't see your screen, Cherie.
You can't? Okay. Let me see.
I can see.
You can see it?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if there's anything that I'm doing wrong, though.
I can see it now.
You can? Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to come right here, and I'm going to come up with, this is going to be the tweet that I put out right now. I'm also going to show you I'll just show you how to schedule it so you can see how to schedule it. So I usually just copy the title over just so I know what I'm doing. I haven't done a tweet in a really long time. I feel like I'm like lost right now. Okay, so the best thing to do is to go to if you're looking to try and figure out like what you should be tweeting or how to tweet something, go to our Twitter page right here and just look to see. So like a couple days ago or a couple weeks ago, Michelle tweeted this right here with her hashtags in here. So hashtags, you want to kind of research those and figure out which hashtags you want to use, what people are searching for. I'm trying to find one that we've done recently. So this is one. This is one that just automatically posted from a post that we post, but we just have the title here, and I'm going to shorten the link so that they can still click on it. It'll still take them to that, but it's just be shorter. So we can say, you can say something like, "Are you struggling with trying to find time to spend with your kids?" And I like to put I always like to put the title right at the beginning. And say come get some easy tips. Okay, and then I'm going to do hashtag parenting, hashtag. I didn't research this before I did this, so bear with me just a little bit. Kids. Sometimes I just go in here and I type in parenting and I look at what other people are like hashtagging parenting wise. Like this one, this one's doing like dad life. We could do, I feel like this is like a super mom related one, but maybe it's, I don't know. That's how I related to it. So we could say, okay, so then we have our tweet ready, right? And if we want to schedule it, we go over here down to scheduling. And we can do up to 30 at a time. It's not letting me scroll down. I don't know why. That's weird. See if it'll let me. Maybe it's because that's at the top. Okay, there we go. So we come to the calendar right here. You can come in here and schedule it. I'll schedule it for today at 12:30. That's fine. And we go over here and we just push schedule. And that will pop up in here, and once you get it'll just line them up all down right here, all the ones that you have. I can't remember how many we said we were going to do per day though. How many does it say on there, Michelle?
What they're going to do is they're going to schedule for a day. But what they'll do is that same post that you just did, they're going to schedule that one like 5 times, and they're just going to copy and paste it. So just before it sends, they're going to copy and paste it. Because in Twitter, a tweet only lasts for about 10 minutes. So you would basically be scheduling 3 different posts 5 times a day. And you would just schedule them, and then you might have to change the wording just a tad on them. Like,
yeah, you do.
2 words.
Because it will kick it back if you don't.
But you're just going to so it shouldn't take very long once you get used to it. But it would
I
just,
usually just change hashtags when I'm changing the wording,
yeah,
or I change the question at the beginning.
exactly.
Nothing
And so
major.
you're doing 15 per day, and you're only assigned for 2 days. So like someone's Monday, Tuesday, someone's Wednesday, Thursday, someone's Friday, Saturday. And so you're just going to do 15 per day, and you can do them all at the same time. So Monday morning, that's the first thing you can do, who has ever got that. And by the way, if we scheduled you something on a day that you're like absolutely can't do something, please tell us and we'll adjust the schedule. I was just guessing like, oh, well, we'll just put this person on this day, not really knowing your schedules. So if something pops up and you're not able to do something, let us know. But anyway, it's just going to be 15 tweets.
At different times, like you schedule them. Did we give them specific times they need to schedule them out?
Nope, just anytime's fine.
Okay. Okay. Any questions about Hootsuite? I'll make sure I get the login to you guys so you guys can get into that.
My only question would be, we just pick 3 of the most recent posts.
Like which posts to do?
Uh-huh.
Michelle, do we have do we want to put those at the top, which ones they do?
Sheree is going to make a list of that, of what tweets are going to go out, because it's going to vary on what's happening. So she'll make a list of like Monday tweets, Tuesday tweets, Wednesday tweets. So you'll just look at the top of that intern list of what's happening.
Okay.
Okay. What else was on our list, Michelle?
You keep making me mute my microphone. Tally keeps coming and talking to me. Sorry, Tally's my 3-year-old, and she's a little chatterbox. So you were going to talk to them about Pinterest and Tailwind, and that's it. But okay. I can talk to them about it if you want, or you can.
Which part of, were we just doing the trending, or just the pinning for Pinterest? I can do that.
Yeah, just show them how to do it, but they don't need to do it right now.
Okay. So Pinterest, let me share my screen again. So every day on Pinterest, we go on there and we just pin things to our boards. It helps with engagement, and so that we engage with Pinterest every day, and so that people can see different things that we're interested in, and that we blog about and things like that. So
really, it also raises, so when Sheree pulls up our screen, all right.
There you go. Can you see it?
Can you go up to the top, or go to click us on Confessions of Parenting, so that little sidebar pops up. Yep, right there. Okay. So see how it says 2 million monthly viewers right there? That means 2 million people look at our Pinterest account every single month. And that's not necessarily that they're looking at our stuff, but they're looking at the stuff that we pin. And that's why
when you talk, but it's her screen, all we see is your blank screen. Sorry.
Oh.
So it's right here. It's the 2 million monthly viewers right here.
Thanks.
Okay, so when you see that, I'm sorry, you're staring at me again. And my camera doesn't work when I share my screen with you. I have to use a different browser, and vice versa, because my computer's awesome like that. But anyway, that 2 million that she showed you is essentially that 2 million people view our Pinterest account every single month, which is really good. That means like 2 million people are apt to see the stuff that we're pinning. That's why it's so important for us to pin throughout the day, not just our stuff. Our stuff is going to go through Tailwind, which we're not going to have you guys do, at least right now. But we're pinning other people's content. So Sheree will show you how to do that, but that's why we pin throughout the day, because one of the biggest things with Pinterest is their algorithm, and an algorithm is like how they do things, right? Every social media, Facebook, Instagram, everything has an algorithm, and you have to like interact with it. You have to play nice with it for it to like you. So in order for us to have that 2 million monthly viewers, at one point it was 3.7 million, which we were amazed by and we loved. But we were interacting with Pinterest a lot. So it's like pinning other people's pins. So Cherie will show you how to pin other people's pins. Throughout the day, like once a day, you guys will all go into Pinterest and she'll show you what to do. And you'll just pin like 10 to 12 things onto our Pinterest boards. It's super easy. It's super quick. Everybody loves to pin something, but it just lets Pinterest know, hey, I'm here. I'm playing your game. So she'll show you how to do that, and I'll be quiet so you can see her screen.
Okay, so this is just our profile, but when you're going on to pin each day, you just want to go, I just usually click on the Pinterest symbol right up here because it takes us to our homepage. And the number one rule is you are wanting to pin. There are different kinds of boards on Pinterest, okay? And when you're pinning, you're going to want to be pinning to our boards. Then the way to be able to tell that, so if we're coming to something at the top. So we do have an Instant Pot board. And as time goes on, you learn the different boards that we have. But so you're going to want to be looking for boards that have this kind of board cover right here, the blue color. That's how you know it's like our board. So Instant Pot is one of our boards. So I'm going to save it, this post right here, to Instant Pot because that's one of our boards. One thing to keep in mind as well is to look for pins that are like really nice and pretty. Like this one isn't that great, I don't think. That one's not that great. Let's look for one that is nice. Like this one would be like a cool pin, but it has a little bit too much on it, I feel like. This one's a pretty pin. We could put this one. This one's about like upping your milk supply or whatever, right? So you could put this one. One of our boards is a breastfeeding board. So these ones with the people on the side like this, those are called group boards. You don't want to pin to those. You want to pin to the ones that don't have anything next to it over here. So I'll pin it right here to breastfeeding. So you just kind of scroll through and look, like this one's a good one. You can do this to marriage. So it's it's really simple. You just want to make sure you pin it to the right boards. You want to make sure we're pinning to our personal boards and not group boards. Any questions about that?
Nope.
Okay. So there's that. And then I'm going to show you, so Tailwind is a program that is used to schedule on Pinterest. So it makes it so that we don't have to sit on Pinterest all day and schedule our own stuff and post different things all day long. It does it for us. So for Tailwind, we come over here, we go to the tailwindapp.com. And what you guys are going to be doing is in Tailwind, there's something called Tribes, and it's over here on the left in this menu. So we go over here to Tribes, and they're like group boards that we share our pins to, but there's different rules in each tribe where we have to share other people's things as well. And that's something that we're going to have you guys do. So when we go into Tailwind, when we go into the tribes, it takes us to, this is our tribe right here. So over here, this tribe, it says this is the way to help grow our blogs or whatever. And then if you scroll down, it gives us the tribe rules. So the tribe rules in our group is that it's a 1-to-1 tribe. So for every pin that someone puts into the tribe, someone has to share someone else's pin. So, and if you look up here, you can see that we've put in 165 pins into this tribe, but we've shared 194. So we are caught up in this one.
So Cherie, so you guys can see Cherie's screen while I talk. If you click her at the bottom, it will lock her screen in. So that's all you're staring at.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So Sheree, go to where it says home and family really quick. So do you see those numbers on the side on the right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the numbers of things that we've shared versus
What we've put in.
what we've put in. And if at any time it looks predominantly red,
I'm
that's
trying to
bad.
find this
Because
one
that
right
means
here.
we haven't, that means we have put 5 things in and we haven't shared any of them. So that's really what you guys are looking for. You guys are looking for those like red numbers because that means we're not in compliance with that. And that's what you guys will go in and click on. Okay, so then you'll scroll down here and you'll find something that you want to share. So say there's 6 ways to get your kids to cooperate. You would just type in there what you want to put it on. So just type parenting tips. And that's our group board, but I think we have another one.
We just have
Scroll
one.
down.
This one.
Just scroll down. No, you're on our group board right now.
No.
There.
Is that parenting ideas?
Yeah, but it will pop up with just parenting. I'm just trying to show. So you would just click on it like that.
It's not. It's like being finicky with me. This is always finicky for me. I have to kind of like see it won't let me. There it is, right here.
Okay, and see how it does not have people by it?
No
That's
people.
what you want. And the reason why we're putting them on our boards is because we're sharing all of our content, all of our posts, we're sharing to group boards. And we're under rules with them as well. So we want our stuff to be seen by our people as well as everybody else's people because all boards have different followings. And so we don't want to necessarily share this post to everybody's following. We just want to share it to our people so that our boards continue to grow. So that's why you want to put it just on our personal boards. And then you would just hit add to queue right there and it will get sent to our schedule. So Sheree, just pop over. You guys never have to go over to the schedule, but I'll just show you what it looks like really quick. Sheree, can you go over to our schedule?
So it's under publisher right here.
And see how it says we have like 8,000 things waiting to go? That's a lot. We share a lot of stuff. So if she clicks on that.
It just takes forever to load because there's so many pins.
Anyway, that's where it will go. So we'll go into that system and it will be sent out into Pinterest when the time comes. So what you guys will do with Tailwind is you'll just go into those tribes and schedule out if we're red. And it's something that you guys will do once, like each of you will have a turn doing that once, probably a month, because you're just going to do it for a week. So you'll have to pop in on your week that you're doing it and just do that. And then you won't have to do it again. And you guys are probably thinking, why are we doing so much with social media and like Pinterest and stuff? That is a big part of like getting content out. It is, we can write all the most beautiful blog posts in the world, but if we don't publicize them, then they just kind of sit there in outer space and maybe 1 or 2 people get there. But I mean, we had a blog post 1 month get almost 60,000 views because of Pinterest. So that's why it's important to do Pinterest and to do Facebook and to do Instagram and all of this. If I could just blog all day, trust me, I totally would, because that's what I care about. And I care about teaching the people. But unfortunately, it's a lot of like outsourcing content so that you can get it to the people that need it. And that's why we focus so much on Pinterest, because everybody is using Pinterest to find what they need. So that's kind of like why we do what we do with that.
It got added in here somewhere. I don't know where because we have so many scheduled. But
it's at the very bottom. So it's going to be like published in like a month because that's how, it's right. It's probably in there somewhere.
Yeah, I was going to say there's some open spots. So it's in here somewhere.
So that's why we do what we do.
Okay. Did the tribes make sense? Are you guys okay with that?
Most sense. I can watch the video a couple more times.
Okay.
I think once we get in there and do it, we'll understand it a little bit better.
Yeah. And if you guys are doing something and you want me to like be there while you're trying to figure it out and, you know, you want me to like guide you, I'm totally willing to do that with you if you ever need that.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually highly suggest, like the first time that you guys are doing Tailwind, to just coordinate with Cherie and be like, hey, I'm going to do Tailwind today. Do you mind if we hop on a Google Hangout and I share my screen with you and you just watch me do it to make sure I do it correctly? Because the thing is, it's a lot easier for us to make sure you do it correctly to begin with, rather than, you know, the other side where it gets done and then we realize that it's not quite right. So we have to go in and try to find it. Because as you could tell, like with doing the pins, putting them in Tailwind, it's not like a huge deal, you know, but like say you're scheduling our stuff to Tailwind, like you're talking like if that gets misscheduled, we're talking like probably 80 pins that are now misscheduled that we're having to go in and try to find in that mess of pins. So anytime that you have a question with anything, just be like, hey, Michelle, hey, Cherie, can you pop on here with me really quick? Or can I call you? Or can we talk on the phone? Or, you know, any way you need to get a hold of us, please get a hold of us, because we are here to help you and to train you and to teach you how to do these things. And like, we are readily available. We're both home during the day, and pretty much we both work 40 hours a week on this blog. Sometimes at 2 o'clock in the morning. We're available. So, I mean, truly, like if there's any question, just reach out to us and be like, hey, can you help me do this? And we will find the next available second that we have to do that.
Okay.
I think we went over everything, right, Michelle? Is there anything else that?
Nope, I think that's everything. Do you guys have any questions for us?
I don't right now. But
Okay.
So this weekly to-do list that we have, that's in the Google Doc.
Yes.
Excuse me. So this week, you want us to go ahead and just dive right in with everything you talked about. Research a blog, practice in Canva, do the Twitter days, do our link up. You just want us to hit the ground running, right?
Yes. It's like, so last week was kind of training week so that you guys kind of got used to everything. And like this week, it's time to like start going. And now we understand, like we probably gave you, for Cherie and I, since we've been doing it forever, we could probably fit that all in about 10 hours. Okay. But it might take a little bit longer to get your feet wet. So kind of priority list would be to start researching the blog topic. And we're all going to, so our topic that we're going to do right now, you guys are going to kill me for saying it again, but we're going to do that baking one together. So we're all going to pull the research in that in the next day or two. Because
but typically, like research isn't done all together. This is totally different. We're just trying to get this one done. So that's why that's the way that it is.
Because we want to get it published like as soon as possible. Because sometimes when you find a trending thing, you need to have it go out like now, because if you wait a week, if you wait 2 weeks, then 19,000 other people had the same idea and theirs are all ahead of you in all the search engines. So we want to get it out. But normally you would just be researching your own specific topic that you love. So after we finish this one together, you'll pick another topic on that list and you'll research it. And then Cherie talked to all of you guys, I think, about coming up with some ideas for the parenting workshops that you guys are going to be working on, or the course that you guys are building. So you're going to kind of be working on some ideas for that and coming up with an outline for that. The Canva is kind of lower priority. The link up is lower priority. The Twitter is lower priority. Those are all things that we do once like our higher priority things are done. Because is joining a link up a big deal? No, because there's many weeks where we don't join them because we're just too busy doing other things. You know, the pins you guys are just learning how to do those so that you're able to do them later on. So the most important things this week, your main priorities are to do the research and then to start coming up with the parenting course, because you guys will be building that. We will all be building that together. So once you guys come up with those outlines for us, Sheree and I are going to look at those at the end of the week. And next week, we'll come back with the one that we're actually going to be working on. And we're all going to be working on it together. And that research is going to come through. Jamie had a question. Are we only getting research off of Google? Absolutely not. You guys can use all your BYU resources, which we
Please use your BYU resources. Please.
We want you to use those resources. We want you to refer back to classes that you've taken and pull research from there. Like, we want like well-rounded research. I was just showing you the Google research because it's easy. But many times, like, her and I will dig through our old school stuff and like refer back to it, because we're both graduates from BYU. I graduated in 2016 and Sheree graduated earlier this year. So, I mean, we want to use that research because it's not stuff that other people have available to them. So we absolutely want to use that and do that. So that's kind of your priority list. And in the future, we will set up your intern list by priority. Today, I just kind of stuck it on there. But in the future, we'll set it up by priority. So you know, okay, I need to do this first. I need to do this. Okay, I've done all that and I still have some hours to fill. So now I can work on this.
Okay, so this week we're just researching vaping in kids.
Say what now? Sorry.
So for this week, you just want us to do the vaping topic and nothing else, correct?
So you're going to do the vaping topic. That's the first thing we're going to do. But since we're all doing that together, it won't take very long. And you can pick another blog topic to be working on at the same time. So the goal is to do 2 blog topics a week for each of you to research 2 different topics a week. And then you're going to move on to coming up with some ideas for that parenting course. And then you're going to, after you've done like the research part of everything, then that's when you move on to like the social media sharing stuff for that, for now. We good? Any other questions?
I think I'm good now.
Perfect.
And you're going to set up a Google Doc with the logins for all of these things for Canva and whatever the other things are called. I don't remember now. But.
We are going to send you all of those, and just beware that some of them might pop up saying, I don't think you have access to this. If you get something like that, I put my phone number at the top of your intern sheet. Please text me and let me know, because it means it's sending me emails that I have to give you guys verification codes to like put in. And sometimes they're like a 10-minute window. So just like, text me and be like, hey, I'm trying to get in and I need a verification code. And I can pop in my email really quick and find it. But if I'm relying on myself to check my email that quickly, it's maybe not going to happen like in that 10-minute window. So yeah, but it will all be in a document. Maybe we'll just put it on the top of the intern sheet document, so it's all on one.
Yeah,
we'll put it on that. We'll put it on the top of that intern sheet that we shared with you guys with your jobs, so that it's all in one spot, so it's easy to find.
And you sent that document for us to put our research for the vaping, but when we're doing research for our other topic, do we create our own Google Doc to share with you?
Yes. You will always create a brand new document, because what we will do is once that document's been created by you and the research is on there, essentially you're going to have access to that forever. And once the research is done, you could be like, hey, I'm done with this research. And then Sheree and I will go in and we will actually start building that blog post right on your research.
Okay.
So you'll actually be able to watch like the process of what you did happen. And like, I encourage you, like after you've done the research, to check back and see like what's happened and like what we've done and what keywords and, you know, and things like that. So that when we get to the point, hopefully in a few weeks, where we're like, okay, you've totally mastered the research. Now try to do this next step. And then we're going to watch you do that next step. And then we're going to watch you, because there are some other things. There's like SEO in a blog post and things like that, which we're not even going to go into detail with that right now because it's crazy. But there's some things that we need to teach you along the way. So this is just the first step. And then you're going to watch the process so that when in a few weeks, you're going to get to do the process for the rest of the semester.
Okay. Sorry, I asked a lot of questions. Thank you.
No, that's good. Questions are good. So are there any other questions?
Not right now.
Okay, perfect. Like I said, reach out to us through text, phone call, email, however you want to get a hold of us, and we can meet with you. And we so appreciate you guys interning with us, and I hope that you guys are liking it so far, and that we can, you know, help you learn and grow, and then you guys will all be graduates in no time at all.
I hope so.
Perfect. Awesome. Thanks so much. Have a
Thank
good day, guys.
you.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys. All right. Bye.